Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, Simply Me. Today we're going to be talking about black text. I don't know if you all know what black text is. If you do, this is good. If you don't, then you're lucky. It is a great day today. I'll be explaining what black text is. So if you're new here, guys, please do hit the subscribe button. Please do support me. Please do like, comment, and share. If you've been here before, I'm so grateful. Thank you so much for your love and kindness. Please do share this video with your friends. Please do comment, please like. This is important for my channel to grow and for me to keep going. You motivate me to keep going, because some days you just don't want to do a video. You wake up, you're just so tired. There's so many other things, life factors that influence us YouTubers. But in any case, thank you for your love and kindness. So let's get to it, guys. So what is black text? So I did a little bit of research for myself. I said, okay, I do know exactly what it is, but for those that don't know, then I did a Google research and I came up to a quite obvious explanation what it means and what it is. So I do hope that you will understand. So let me read the definition that I found on Google. Black text: it is the income black professionals give to their families to support them. Okay, I think it sounds a little bit clear. For those that don't understand what it means, is if you're a black person and you have a job, then you have to send money to your family every month for upkeep, so that they can buy food and survive, buy necessaries or pay for bills or pay for school fees for other children. Maybe you have nieces, you have your brother or your sister, they're still going to school. This is a responsibility that then is put on you. Let's say you're the first child in your family. Then when you grow up and you get out of your home and let's say you find a job somewhere or abroad in Europe, you have a good job and you're working, it is expected. I guess this is more cultural than it is. I don't know really if this is really a cultural problem or it's just a factor that is a problem in our continent. In any case, I will go through reasons why this happens and so forth. So you are expected, guys. You're not even there's no room for you to say no. You are expected to help your family back at home. It's like the society looks at you with an ugly eye if you don't send money, if you don't help with your family, or your family is suffering, they're struggling to get food and all these things, and they have a child that is abroad. It's like you are the evil sister in your family, because it is like an expectation from the society. Even if your parents don't even tell you that, please do this and do that for us, it's just like a pulling force that we have grown up with as a people. So let me tell you a little bit more. So I found something else that Trevor Noah said. He said that if you're the first generation of success for black people, means that you have to go back and work on correcting everything. What does this mean? It means that the first family members, first children that are born in the family, you have to correct the mistakes of your parents. So if your family didn't have a house of their own, it means that it is now your responsibility that you make sure that they get out of the system. If your family had bills, it means debts, that it means it is your responsibility as the first generation of... Actually, it doesn't really mean that if you are the first generation, as in you are the first child. If you are the first person to be successful in your family, and successful, I mean that you're the first person to get a stable job, because success doesn't really mean that you're rich and famous. No, just to get a stable job, it means you just have to give back. This is like a strict put forced by the society. Your parents don't even need to tell you that please do this and do this for us. And sometimes your parents won't even be expecting you to do anything for them, but the society, the pressure. Why is this? It is because growing up, the African society creates this family, a certain round that is family first. This is a round that the African society create. In this circle, it follows all your family members and all your relatives. And what does this circle mean? It means that it's like a pact that you grow up being nurtured into. You don't wake up one day and it is injected into you that you are supposed to take care of your family. No. When we are young and you are growing up, you see it from your sisters, you see it from your neighbors, you see it from your cousins, you see it from your brothers, you see it from your uncles, your aunties. You know, when they grow up, they are expected to take care of their parents and all these things. So you, from a child age, you grow up and you see this happen. And in our African society, it is considered as the love for family, you know. And if you do this, if you're sending money and groceries every month, you are loved, you know. It's like you're our savior. Everybody else relates more easily to you than when you are just jobless and you're just a sister or an auntie and you're jobless, you don't have money. This was the reason, you know. People had a different view of you when you had a job, or rather than when you didn't have a job, or you were just married to someone and you're just sitting at home taking care of your children and you bring back nothing at home. So our society, our African society, we grew up knowing that if we have an auntie or a relative in the diaspora or somewhere else out of home, they will send us money to help us, and you know, with bills and everything as a family. So if you couldn't do this, you were known as the black sheep of the family, you know. If you had a job and you were outside, then you were black sheep. And this, because of this, we grew up with the guilt conscience that if I don't do this and if I don't do this, then I'll be hated by my family and my society for not being there for my family, you know. So why is it so? Why is it happening? So our families think of children as an investment. This I've heard from other family members. I've heard this from old relatives of mine that were, you know, I heard this, they didn't say it in this English language like this, but when you grow up and you have men kids, you know, this was like, if you have boys as your children, then oh my god, you were lucky, because then boys were considered that are going to bring wealth at home. First, they're going to bring a wife that is going to help around the housework. Two, the wife will give birth to children, the family will grow, and they'll take over the surname. So it was always great when you have boy child, even though the boy child was going to take a portion of the family's wealth into when he marries his woman. It wasn't such a stressful thing, because they knew that if they had girl children, they were going to get it back. So if they had girl children, you know, you were not as important as a boy child. You were always known as she would just bring in she's an investment, you know. She would just bring in money and leave. She would just bring in cows, a little bit of fortune, and leave, you know. This is the reason why most of in our countries, mostly boy children were sent to school, not girl children, you know. This fell in the wrong direction. Yeah. So we are known as investment. All African children are known as investment. If a parent gives birth to a child, before they don't do it, you know, in a bad way, that they say, yes, my child, she's going to do this and do this for me. No, unconsciously, subconsciously, it's instilled in you while you're still in the womb. But the moment you pop out, you know, it's already there. You see it happening in your society. There's no way you can run away from it. You know, black tax is like, it's now a gene. It has part of us as Africans, you know, because I guess 99% of all the Africans abroad, they're dealing with this black tax. They have to send money back home. They have to make sure their families are fed. And the worst part is there is no end to it. You know, you don't know how long you're going to be sending money for your families or your parents. This is the biggest problem. And as it is, you can still do this for as long as they live, because the worst part is in the jobs. Like in my country, the economy is bad, everybody's not working, everybody's crying, you know, all those that had jobs lost their jobs. And so you can imagine, if you have a big family, you have your brothers, maybe you have 5 in your family, and they have their children, their wives, and then their uncles, their cousins, and everybody is opening eyes and everybody is asking you for help. I tell you, it is not because of or you think you have money or this. No. The guilt that you will have if you don't help those people will take you to your grave. This is the worst case scenario, because once you say I don't have to one of them, it's like you just poisoned everything, you know. This is how sad it is. The guilt that comes with it is, even if you say you don't have, you know, because people don't understand that you don't have. Once you're in Europe, then people think that you're rich, you have money. They don't understand that you also have to build yourself. Trevor Noah says you can't build, so you can't build for yourself then give, you know. You can't do it all at the same time, because you're trying to build yourself. Rather, you build yourself and then you give later. So first try and invest in yourself and then give later. But people don't understand this. They think that Europe is all roses. They think in Europe money grows on trees. This is the reason why it's so difficult to deal with black tax, you know. So second is culture also plays a pivotal role in influencing black tax, you know, because children, we are expected to care for our families, you know. And the other problem is, it's like some mothers or some, we've seen African movies, you know, money is the root of all evil. It's like your money is my money, you know. So when you have your first job, I remember when I had my first paycheck, and and I went back home and my dad was like, give me my share, you know. It's like this, you can't run away from it. And you ask yourself, your share though, dude, I work for myself, this is my money. But at the end of the day, you realize that you give him your share, and then at the same time you have to use your money to buy some foodstuffs. You have to use money to maybe give to your sister or your siblings, or do some, and maybe a little bit money to give to your mommy. And then think about it, at the end of the day, what do you have left for yourself? Nothing. Yes, this is sad. This is why I find the cultural difference here in Germany so funny, you know. I remember I had a boyfriend who didn't understand why I have to send money every month to my family back home. And I understand that he didn't understand, because he didn't understand what black tax is. He didn't know what black tax is. You know, it's so difficult to explain to a German person why you have to send money monthly to your parents, because they don't do that. Because of first is because of the economical difference. Second, of the society, the difference in cultures. This is the reason. Because in Germany, everybody goes to work. And if they retire, they earn money. They pay tax when they are going to work, and they earn money when they are no longer working. Third of all, Germany has a social security, you know, social benefits, where even if you are not working, you get Arbeitslosgeld. If you have children, you get Kindergeld. If you have an injury or so forth, you still get money. Whether you're sitting at home and doing nothing, you still earn money. You get money monthly, of which this we don't have in my country, we don't have in my culture. So think about it. If your mom is not working, if your father then suddenly is not working, your sister is not working, your brother is not working, and they have kids, and everybody else is not working because of the economy in my country, then it means everybody is not earning money from the government. Everybody is not getting money, which means it is all left in your hands to see them suffer and die of hunger or to help them. It doesn't matter how much you have, but the fact that you help them makes you sleep better at night. This is the cultural differences, the reason why it's so different here in Europe and in Africa. This is first things why most German people don't understand, because for them it's not expected that they do this. This is, they grow up as children so that, and their motivation is grow up, get yourself educated, get yourself a job, get your apartment, buy your own car, buy your own house, live your best life. If your parents want to give you some money, they will give you out of love. It's not an expectation. If they want to geshenk you or give you a gift, they will geshenk you because out of love, not because it's expected of them. But well, for us, it is expected. If you don't do it, then you too bad, sad. You can't understand the extremes that people can go to for money. Some people will even kill you. We know of Africans that have been killed just because they had money and they didn't support their families, and their families used juju on them, and their brothers used juju on them, or because you are rich and you can't help your family and all these things. It's so sad. Yeah. The circumstances we grow up in lead us to taking full responsibility of our siblings and other financial responsibilities. This is true. The situation that we grow up in is the force, that pushes you to take in full responsibility of your siblings or your sisters or the bills in your family when you're grown up and when you have a job, because you grow up and you see everything that goes on around. Because we have beautiful hearts. I feel like Africans have the most beautiful hearts. We have the most beautiful hearts because we feel what other people feel. Think about it. I grow up and I realize, okay, there's a problem here that I have to control. My family doesn't have this and this and this. Maybe if I get a job and I work, maybe I can take them out of this place. Maybe I can buy them in a better house, and maybe with a little garden, the way they can farm their vegetables. We are like this when we grow up as Africans. You start dreaming of the best way you can help your family move out of poverty. You grow up thinking of the best way to take yourself out of this poverty. And when you do take yourself out of this poverty, then it is now your responsibility to take full control of this. Okay, so we eat last is the role that is suddenly instilled in your brain as you grow up. You have to give back, and everybody depends of you. It's like something that has to stay in your head. But what can you do to control this? How can you do this? Well, you can choose. I discovered just a little bit of information on Google. It says choose your battles and who to help, set a deadline, plan for the unexpected, give but don't spoon feed, let everybody take responsibility, exercise financial discipline, put money aside for yourself, instill financial discipline for your immediate family. Well, I wish these things would work, but well, I personally don't think they work, and so I guess I will try and bring in some of my friends from on my next video, so that we discuss black tax. I'll try and bring in people in different countries so that we hear different sides of the story on how black tax works. So guys, I hope you understood what black tax is, and I hope you enjoyed my video. So for today, I will end here. Please do like, comment, and subscribe, and yeah, thank you guys for tuning in.